The biggest Jags fan of all time, Justin Bachman.
If you're not sweeping, you're doing it wrong.
To be biased, but Duval.
I'm your host, Frank the Tank Lopez. I'm ready to fight a kid if it happens.
Yeah.
If one kid says one dumb thing tomorrow about Baker Mayfield or anything, I'm punching a kid.
Mr. Brotherly Love here, Chris Giacobello. I know how to turn the mics on, Dan.
That's a good thing to know.
We got it. Progress. Where is this Ronaldo slander? Why do you have Ronaldo slander? Where is this banter coming from, Frank? Is it because Ronaldo was at Manchester United and absolutely torched Arsenal?
My name's Dan Dale, a.k.a. Double D.
You're quiet. I can barely hear you. Why am I quiet? Why am I quiet?
Dan, you're quiet.
How am I ever quiet?
Here is The Blitz on 91.3 FM.
Live here from Buffalo State University.
Welcome, listeners, to 91.3 FM WBNY Buffalo, Buffalo's original alternative since 1982, brought to you by the Buffalo State College Student Activity Fee. This is The Blitz on a beautiful Hump Day Wednesday. Got a full studio here today. Gonna go ahead and introduce the gang. In Studio A with me, we got the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Double D Dan Dale.
The door to Studio A does not close anymore.
Is it just staying open?
No, quite literally. If I go to the door, right, Chris? If I go to the door, look.
Yeah.
Close the door. It doesn't close. It somehow got bigger.
Oh, it just expanded.
So
like it doesn't even fit the door frame anymore.
It doesn't even fit the door frame anymore. I don't know what to do here.
That's mad weird.
I don't know. Our program director, Sal, has been trying to close it. He's like, oh, it doesn't close? Let me give it a try. It doesn't close still.
Just not possible.
I don't know what to do no more. I don't know what to do.
All right. But in Studio B, from my right to left, to my right, we have Mr. Ethereal, Frank the Tank Lopez.
Hi.
Oh, just high?
Yeah.
Just a little high.
Florida Panthers are still your Stanley Cup champions.
Okay. All right. And then sitting next to him, the man himself, Evan Harrington.
What's going on? We're back.
We're
Missed
here.
the last one, but we are back.
We missed you, buddy.
Missed you guys too. My voice was gone last episode.
Yeah,
I couldn't. I walked in the WBNY foyer, and I was like,
You sounded dead.
no way. Mind you, I just came from the Bills game this past Sunday, and every third down I was yelling, third down, with the PA announcer, and I was just yelling, come on, here we go, like Dak Prescott.
Oh, my God. Doing the here we go.
Get him off the field. Half the time, never got him off the field, but hey, I think in the end we prevailed and, sacrificed the voice for a day, and it paid off. Now we're here. 1-0.
Worth it.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth the voice loss to be 1-0. Watch your team win.
All of our teams won.
Yeah, that is true.
We're all 1-0.
We're all 1-0. Well, except for Spike, but he's not here.
It doesn't count. That doesn't count. You can't be the rival team's fan and just walk in here. Hey, we're all 1-0.
Okay, well, what about Justin? I know he's not here.
No,
Yeah,
that's
he
true.
counts. Well, but he's not here.
He's 0-1.
That is true, yeah.
He's not 1-0 though.
Is
He's
that
not
why?
winning like us.
Oh,
They're 1-0 until the third quarter.
yeah. If you look at it that way, then it's true.
Fortunately, that's not what wins football games. Football. Listen. Shut up.
It's okay, Frank. All right.
Frank just woke up from a nap.
That he did.
Nap? Frank is like a very old dog. He needs a nap every hour.
I do.
That seems about right. All right. So since it's Wednesday, week 1 of the NFL already come and gone, just like that.
Already gone.
I want to start off with tomorrow's game, the beginning of week 2. If that's what you guys would also love to talk about.
What game is that?
Oh, I think this is a major game.
Is it?
We have the Bills traveling to Miami to face the Dolphins in this Thursday night showdown. That's going to be on Amazon Prime. The beginning of week 2, I know some of you Bills fans I know Dan had some strong words about the game Sunday with Arizona. Evan, I know, well, you weren't here Monday, but can we get some of your thoughts on what you thought, what the Bills look like week 1, what you expected them out of this week 2 game matchup versus the Dolphins?
Yeah, I mean, taking a look at it, obviously, we didn't see the Bills play a lot of their starters in preseason, so we don't know the exact direct correlation to what playing your players in preseason and not playing your players in preseason is going to result on the field week 1, but we saw that the Bills were rusty, in fact, at least defensively, during the first couple of series in the first half of that game this past Sunday against the Arizona Cardinals. Now, the offense looked in rhythm, except for the fact Josh kind of just caused a self-inflicted wound and fumbled the football. And other than that, the offense looked like it was moving a little bit. The running game was looking pretty good in the first half, and they were moving the football. Obviously, they scored 10 points total, but they may have had 17 points in the first half if Josh didn't fumble that football. They were moving. The play before that was a 16, 17-yard strike to Mac Hollins. Like, the Bills looked like they were moving the football in the first half. Offensively, I don't think there was any concerns overall. But yeah, defensively, I think we came out of the gate a little rusty, and I think that's almost to be expected in a sense. I mean, you got a first-time play caller here in Buffalo, Bobby Babich, and then also we got only one captain on the defensive side of the ball, Terrell Bernard. This is the first time in Terrell Bernard's career where he is the sole leader on this defense. There's no Jordan Poyer, there's no Micah Hyde, there's no Trey White in the back behind you anymore helping you out. This is a brand new led defense by Terrell Bernard. And then you have, another couple first time starters full time, Damar Hamlin and Taylor Rapp. Now you got a full year of Benford, Taron Johnson, Rasul Douglas. You got Von Miller back healthy. You got Greg Rousseau breakout, right? Like, this defense is a little different, and I kind of expected them to be a little rusty. Probably not as much as they were in the first half of the swing of things, but overall, I think when it really came down to it in the second half, they really recuperated. They got into a rhythm. They got to the quarterback. We know Rousseau with that strip sack. Cam Lewis came in for the injured Taron Johnson, who's going to be out this Thursday, and really looked good. But overall, I mean, Josh was awesome. Greg Rousseau was awesome. Khalil Shakir made dynamic plays. James Cook looked solid. The line looked solid, maybe outside of Osiris Torrance. Defensively, again, they looked better in the second half. But, 34 points. There's not really much to ask more from the offense. It's more of just let's kind of knock the rust off a little more and just keep moving forward with this thing. Other than that, I think they played a fine brand of football. They played a tough Cardinals team. They're tough. They didn't. When you thought you kind of knocked them out with that Josh Allen hurdle over Budda Baker touchdown and put them up 31-20 with over 11 points, you thought you were going to knock them out. No, they come back with the DJ Dallas return touchdown, and they're back within 3. The Cardinals, you can't knock them down. They're a tough, resilient team. Kyler Murray, first game off an ACL tear. I thought he looked good. I thought the Cardinals were a tough team, and they played the Bills well.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was definitely, I think, as a neutral fan watching it, because I know, my dad's a big Bills fan, so I love talking Bills with him. Coming from a neutral fan perspective, I just think, yeah, like you did mention, Evan, they did come out, a little rusty in that first half. I think, I don't know what I'm going to put together here, but I think, the Bills could have played, a little bit cleaner. The fumble by Allen obviously wasn't his fault. I think
it was his fault.
I felt like he still could have felt the pressure coming.
Yeah, well, I think it was his. You watch the playback, and I guess you've watched the All 22 film. Josh had about 2.5, 3 seconds in a clean pocket.
Yeah,
and then the pressure got to him, and instead of Josh rolling out as the pressure was coming, he stayed in the pocket as the pressure was coming. And he did not see, I want to say, I don't know who it was, but interiorly beat David Edwards on the left side. And Josh didn't see that. And he beat the D-end on his strong side to the outside, rolling right. But he didn't feel and sense the pressure from that interior lineman coming on his weak side and obviously stripping that ball. And you know what? I'm not one of those people that's going to sit here and grieve and just bash Josh for it, because that would just be immature, I think.
Yeah.
Just because, like, for every 5 good things Josh does, you're going to get 1 bad thing. When I mean 5 good things, I mean touchdowns. We saw Josh score 4 touchdowns. 1 fumble, we're fine.
Yeah, it's not going to do.
Mahomes threw a pick this week. Lamar had a fumble. Jalen Hurts had 3 turnovers.
Yep.
That's the price you're going to pay when you have a quarterback like Josh. High risk, high reward. You know?
Yeah. Can't agree. Dane, you got anything to add on to?
Really, I agree with everything Harrington said. I don't think the fumble is completely Josh's fault, but I do think it is a little bit of his fault, of course. He is, at the end of the day, the one holding on to the ball.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think that game just showed the ability to adjust way better than I've seen it before. Probably from a Bills team. I mean, I know sometimes we do adjust, which is, I remember the Ravens game last year where we were able to adjust pretty nicely and end up winning that game. But being down 17-3 at one point, 2 scores, being able to double dip, hold their offense to 0 in the third, and then in the fourth only to 3? Or no, more than 3.
Well, 3 offensive points they scored, and they got the 2-point conversion.
Right.
So they scored 11 second half points, but only, I guess, if you want to count the 2-point conversion, 5 offensive points.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think that defense, Babbage probably understood that he made some mistakes in the first half. I mean, first-time play caller, 100% acceptable.
So this was my one gripe, I think. I don't know the exact numbers. I have to look them up and go back. And this is something I can do in a few moments here, I guess, next time we take a break. But the only gripe I had with the Bills in the first half was the fact that the Bills were running a lot of 5 defensive back looks. And now at points in times that can play in your favor, but at points in times it did not play in our favor. And the reason why it didn't, and the reason why the Arizona Cardinals were able to run the football so well, was because we had 5 defensive backs for a multitude of plays on the field. And that outside running scheme that they were running, pulling guards, pulling the tackles, receiver, tight ends coming across behind the line of scrimmage, they were bullying our defensive backs up to the second level of the defense, because, mind you, there's a couple reasons to that. First of all, Matt Milano's out, right? Matt Milano may or may not have made a couple plays in that instance. Number 2, Taron Johnson's out. So the Bills, run a pretty base 4-3 nickel defense. The nickel, Taron Johnson, he's in place for that third linebacker. Taron Johnson's out. Matt Milano's out. You got an inexperienced Dorian Williams in there compared to what Matt Milano would be. You got a younger Terrell Bernard in there. And then you got a smaller nickel corner in Taron Johnson. Or in Cam Lewis, sorry. And they were taking Dorian Williams off the field for a multitude of plays and replacing him with Jamarcus Ingram. So you would have almost 2 defensive backs in linebacker spots, 5 DBs on the field. Rasul Douglas, Christian Benford, Cam Lewis, Jamarcus Ingram, and DeMar Hamlin inside the box. Like, it was just, I like the 5 DB look, but at certain times it just was not working. Outside of the safeties too. It was just hard.
I agree with that. The run did give us a lot of problems at the beginning.
They adapted later on.
Yeah. But I also think it was a different game plan. I mean, when you think of Kyler Murray, he has the breakout running ability, but you have gotten killed by his deep ball before. You've gotten killed by his medium, and you have Marvin Harrison Jr. that, who knows? He's number 4 pick, though, so you expect he's going to do big things. You hold him to only 3 targets. I don't know if that was a connection level that they just, Murray and Harrison didn't get along or something this game, but I mean, they were targeting Greg Dortch. They allowed the middle of the field to be open more than I thought they would. They allowed the easy 5-yard catches by McBride. They allowed a lot of those, where McBride could just, I mean, even on the touchdown to Michael Wilson, McBride was open on the other side. I think the play beforehand, and that was right in the middle. So maybe I'm not as worried about the 5 DB looks just because I could understand maybe being more concerned about the receivers and that your run defense, that you have Vaughn back in his fully healthy form. You have Daquan, Ed, and Rousseau. One of them should be able to at least stall for time. You could make that argument. Did it happen? Not in that first half, but I still think that I'm more concerned about the middle of the field if teams decide to go right there, because I saw a lot of plays where our DBs would just break off. And you had it, on the Marvin Harrison supposed to be touchdown, if Kyler could see him over his offensive line. That's a for sure touchdown. You saw a couple of times where I just see probably either Rapp or Jamarcus Ingram just running off somewhere and not staying where they may, like what their position they're taking over for should be. So it's worrisome in some ways. It's not worrisome in other ways.
Yeah, so, with them going to Miami, definitely it's going to be a big division game. I know you guys did mention Taron Johnson is out. Do you think that's going to play a really big role in how the defense looks and how they prepare?
Who's their slot wide receiver?
Well, I don't think it said who their slot wide receiver is. It's how is Miami going to incorporate Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle within the slot?
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be, we have to watch out for their primary slot guy. That's not a thing in a Mike McDaniel offense. We know that the Kyle Shanahan tree does not primarily play one guy anywhere, right? And that trickles down, obviously, to Mike McDaniels, who obviously was the former OC on that 49ers staff, and he brought that offense over to Miami. There is no such thing as a slot wide receiver permanently in this Miami Dolphins offense. It is Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and the rest of the guys all around the field, and what can you do to stop us? That is what they're going to do. And Cam Lewis, we know he's been here for a few years. He knows how to play the role. If there's one backup on this team that knows what to do in crucial situations, it is Cam Lewis. He can play outside corner. He can play safety. He can play within the slot, which is his best position to play, I believe, is that slot nickel corner.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's up for the task. I'm not going to say he's going to go out there and have 6 PBUs and 8 tackles and a forced fumble and maybe a pick 6. I'm not saying he's going to have that type of night.
I'll take the pick 6.
I will take it too. Taron Johnson, Baltimore, right? But what I'm going to say is that if there is a guy on this Bills roster that is up for the task and that is ready for almost a promotion, I think it is Cam Lewis. I think Cam Lewis has been here long enough, and I think he's been in, some big time moments over the years for the Bills that, given the opportunity, barring the chance, give it to him. And I think that he could be going up against Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle around and near the line of scrimmage, and he's a fast player. I think he can keep up. I think he can keep up if he has the chance to. Mind you, one-on-one, you're not stopping either of those guys down the field. But Cam Lewis can, do some things around the line of scrimmage, and I think he's up for the task.
I do think the big thing that makes the Bills' defense job easier is having 2 guys who are either, one is out and one is a game-time decision, of Raheem Mostert and Devon Achane.
Mostert's out too.
You really don't have to look at the run game as much. I'm a part of the Jeff Wilson fan club, but it's Jeff Wilson. Come on. Or the new guy, Jalen Wright, who they took in the draft this year. I'm not as concerned. Which may allow, if the Bills decide they're not that concerned either, they know Tua isn't going to move. Tua's not a runner. He's a pocket passer. You don't really need to. You can send an extra blitzer if you want to, but you can play more of that mid-deep ball that they like to play. That they like to take the big, deep shots. You can have somebody back there. screw it, have Brandon Covington like he's lining up for a punt return all the way back there. And he might get Tyreek on one of those, but it makes the Bills' defense job easier at the end of the day. And I think even with the motions that McDaniel uses to disguise plays, in McDaniel's words, they're just not that fast. They're just not that fast now. I mean, they're still fast. You still got a Tyreek and Jalen Waddle. You just don't have all the fast guys. I've never been scared of Jonnu Smith ever before in my life, and I still won't be. Is River Craycraft playing in this game? I mean, I really don't know anybody else.
Braxton Berrios.
Oh, great. Braxton Berrios. Let's get that guy.
Actually, believe it or not, Jonnu Smith is on their depth chart as a tight end or a fullback.
Really?
What?
Yeah, their starting tight ends are Durham Smythe and Julian Hill.
I thought they had Alec Ingold as fullback.
Well, backup fullback slash tight end. I don't know. He's probably third string tight end.
Different.
Just throw him at position.
That's one out there in the room.
He's probably the Quentin Morris.
Really, I'd be more scared of Alec Ingold than Jonnu Smith, and that's saying something. At the end of the day, I do think this Bills defense 10 times easier job, able to not worry as much about the run as of against in Arizona, where you have James Conner and Kyler Murray who can pull a switch on you at any second. So I just really thank you, Mike McDaniels, for ruling out Moser and Achane this early.
Well, I don't think Achane's...
Achane's a game time decision, but I wouldn't be shocked if they're leaning more towards out. I mean, it is a quick turn, and you probably would rather have him healthier for week 3, have him have a whole week and a half rest.
Do you know what the problem is with Achane?
I believe it is an ankle.
Oh, it's an ankle.
I know with Moser is his back. He is having back spasms or something, I believe, along the lines. But it's not like the worst injuries in the world, but they're still, at the end of the day, injuries.
Yeah.
He has a chest injury. Sorry, not back, chest. And then Achane is still an ankle.
It's still the ankle. Okay.
Yeah. So you kind of need your ankle to run.
Yeah.
I would think.
I would hope.
That's why I'm kind of saying they might be leaning more towards out.
Frank, we haven't gotten your thoughts about this game.
Yeah.
What do you got to say?
Well, first off, Dan, to your point about the defense and, maybe making their night a little bit easier with the run game. Look back at Monday night with the Jets 49ers. Obviously, they hear CMC's out. You think maybe they're going to have a better time adjusting and, being able to stop, what is his name? Jordan Mason?
Jordan Mason,
yeah.
Who's this guy? Who's this nobody?
No.
Then he goes out and has, a pretty relatively
a
good
solid
night.
Game,
a very solid night. And that game kind of got ugly pretty fast for the Jets. And, I mean, Dolphins also have one of the best offenses. I know you guys don't like to say it, it's the Dolphins, but it's
the Dolphins.
Tua's a good quarterback. Tyreek Hill is the best wide receiver in the NFL. Jalen Waddle could be a wide receiver 1 on a bunch of other teams.
Team.
The fact that he's wide receiver 2 here is, pretty cool. And then Braxton Berrios, you can't leave off Braxton Berrios on this team.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't. You can't leave off Braxton Berrios. So
you could if you really wanted to.
No, but to your point, that the defenses can have like an easier night. I don't necessarily agree, just because of what we saw on Monday between those two. What should be juggernaut teams, and these two who are and have been for the past 2 seasons. I just don't know if it's going to be an easy night for the Bills.
Yeah, I just saw a tweet from Fox Sports NFL. The Bills are 11-1 versus Miami in the last 12 games.
Yep.
It's about to be 12-1.
What an amazing run that is.
I mean, really, you take away the one loss and you're
better
11-0.
The one loss was September 25th, 2022.
It's a better run than Roman Reigns' title reign.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
I mean, I gotta admit, people are probably like, oh, at some point it's got to end. But I mean, sometimes people just have their.
I mean, Brady.
They're people.
Brady beat us 33-3.
Belichick and Brady always had our number, unless if we signed somebody that knew their offense and we take the plays away.
That's my quarterback.
But I mean, I really think that it's just going to be another one. It's going to be a close matchup again. I'm not saying it's going to be a blowout by any means. I mean, Jordan Poyer maybe knows a little bit more of this defense, of course, but maybe not. I mean, it depends what Babbage is coming up with. But I also think you can beat Jordan Poyer very easily at his age. I mean, I just saw a clip from Sunday of him having a face mask on Duvernay where his hand gets stuck in the helmet. And it still counted as a face mask, still 15 yards. He tried to let go, but I really don't think anything good of this Miami defense. That's why I didn't talk much about the Bills offense. I don't think there's much to worry about. I think Jalen Ramsey is overrated. I think losing Vic Fangio as your defensive coordinator was the worst move you can make. I think Vic Fangio did a fine job.
We thank the Dolphins for that.
Right, that is true. That is true. I do like Vic Fangio on the Dolphins, or on the Eagles, rather. But I really do think that they just screwed up. I mean, letting Wilkins walk.
That was
utterly
stupid.
idiotic.
That was stupid.
I mean, I don't.
That's Josh Allen's arch nemesis.
Yeah, at least the Bills don't have to worry about, or the Dolphins have to worry about a guy touching their quarterback's balls.
Oh, God.
And I'm not talking about the football. But even so, it's like Shaq Barrett, got from Tampa, Mr. Frank the Tank over there, and he retires even before the season starts. That is a really core part of your defense. I mean, even I believed in Andrew Van Ginkel, who is now a Minnesota Viking.
Who got a pick six?
Andrew Van Ginkel, I was always worried about that guy. He is, like, quietly dangerous. And I think they let too many weapons go away on defense and didn't replace them with any quality. I don't think, or enough quality. Really, they just kind of said, we don't want to pay you. We have to pay the offense right now. We'll pay one guy on defense, and that's it. And that guy's name is the most overrated cornerback in the league. So, in all honesty, the Bills' offense, whether it's Shakir, whether it's Samuel, whether it's Coleman, whether it's James Cook, let Cook cook. He cooked. Whether it's even Ty Johnson if he appears out of nowhere, Ray Davis. I mean, you can't forget to mention Aaron Allen himself. But it's that defense just doesn't look imposing. I mean, it's not as bad as the Cardinals' defense, but I don't think it's like I think it's smack dab mid. It's nothing special, nothing big. They have one good player. Whoop-de-doo, let's get out of here. We did our off season, so unless this defensive coordinator, if I'm not giving him too much credit, he'll probably show me Thursday if I'm supposed to give him more or less credit. But I think Brady's offense looks solid. I don't think there was ever a point where I felt like they really truly got stopped, except for at the beginning, which I can understand, where your first 2-3 drives kind of stall out. First 2-3 drives of the new year. It happens. Some people overreact to that. But
yeah, I mean, just look at our first.
Yeah, I don't think there's any problem anywhere with the offense as of right now. If injuries happen, which God forbid they don't, knock on wood, but that is the only way I see the Bills losing. Like there's 20 carts going out
onto
of the field.
just taking all these players out.
And taking a look at the Bills' offense going into this game, too, retrospect, we saw last week, not even last week, man, it's just right around the corner. It was 4 days ago on Sunday. This past Sunday, the Bills went up against a really bad Arizona rush defense, right? And we knew that the Bills were going to run the ball in this game if given the opportunity, and they did. They had about 130 yards on the ground, and Jacksonville ran for about 130 themselves with nearly 5 yards a clip against Miami. Mind you, again, this is without a Christian Wilkins on this defensive line. And they almost ran them out of the game completely. I mean, at one point, this game was 17-7 nearing the end of the third quarter, and it could have went up to 24-7 running the football if Travis Etienne did not fumble the football from Javon Holland right near the goal line. I mean, Jacksonville almost ran the football down Miami's throat to win this game. They almost ran the entire football down their throat to win that game. And 5 yards of carry, I mean, expect James Cook to have a game. Expect Josh to take off and maybe a couple design runs if needed. This is a big division game out early in the season. Expect to see the implementations of Ray Davis, Ty Johnson. Like, the Bills are going to need to run the football in this game. Mind you, the weather's going to be nice. Do I want to see more passes for Josh near the first half? Yes, I do. I don't want to see Josh Allen passing for five times? Yeah. Five times at the end of the first half? No, we're not doing that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's the amount of fingers I have in my hand. But it's just going back to something like we need Josh to get more involved. But this run game is going to need to be involved as well. And we know Joe Brady loves to involve the run. We've been seeing that consistently since he took over throughout halfway through the season. But it's going to be pretty implement here in this game too. Do we want to? How much more do we want to go on the Bills Miami here? Is there anything you guys else got?
Tyler Bass better make all his dang field goals.
And he did.
I mean, this week he needs to prove. Every week is a reset for me for Tyler Bass because I just don't trust the man anymore. Last week proved me wrong. This week, we'll see.
So you're telling me if this guy makes 10 field goals in one game, then following week you're going to be like, reset. Oh, my God.
You cannot do a Chris Boswell without a reset.
Dan, what does Tyler Bass need to do for him to get your trust back?
Hit a game-winning field goal in the playoffs.
How about the Super Bowl?
Yeah, that would be
perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
Then that would be
that's in the playoffs.
Are you going to get a Tyler Bass jersey after that?
I probably, it would go right next to my James Cook one.
I mean, it only makes sense.
Cook Bass.
All right.
That's a knee slapper.
Thank you.
No, but I guess the last thing to talk about the game is just, I guess, our picks, but I would probably sense everyone's picking the Bills here.
Unless it's the Florida man.
Except for Frank.
I'm picking the Miami Dolphins.
Wow.
Okay, Frank is the only one picking the Dolphins.
Shun him.
Mike.
Why are you the way that you are?
Yeah.
Frank.
I'm being shunned.
You're being shunned.
Frank, why are you the way that you are?
But you're on a radio show in Buffalo, right?
But it's been a year and a half. You know who I am. You think I care?
Do I know who you are?
No.
Chris, who invited that guy? Who is that guy?
Who's this guy in the other studio?
Evan did, actually. About last February, Evan did.
What'd I do?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I said what?
Let me be on the show.
Oh.
You blame Evan for that one.
That is true. I did send you to that. I do remember that. That was the day Nelly texted me, hey, I have a sports guy here for you. And I'm like, oh, I can't.
Oh, yeah, that was on the top of Bulger.
Yeah.
I was like, man, who is
what was
this
it,
guy?
the 400 room or something? Like 417?
It was deep.
It was deep. It was weird.
Yeah,
Bulger's weird.
Yeah,
I've never even been in that building.
Huh?
What?
You ever been in Bulger?
Yeah.
What?
How?
Never. What do you
That's
mean how?
impossible.
It's like kind
I
of a
swear.
staple. Everyone goes into Bulger.
At least once.
Everyone
swear.
has one of those giant gen ed classes in there.
Yeah.
That's where you
Nah.
have those giant gen ed classes.
Yeah, if you have like a
See, I never
world
had to take a
history
gen ed
or
class.
something.
It's like 100
Because
people.
all my credits, you know how many credits I had transferred?
Old man.
90.
Old man.
Old man, yeah.
Old man.
So I didn't have
man
to do
Jenkins.
gen ed.
Yeah, but like you can like.
Oh, wait. Can we start calling you Old Man Jacobello?
Yeah,
Old
if you
man
want.
Jacobello.
That's how I felt, dude. Yo, in class today, our teacher was just like, "Who was even?" Because today's 9/11. She was like, "Who was even born?" Literally, like me and two other people raised their hand out of a class like of 15. I felt so old.
I felt so.
I felt so old.
Yeah, if I were you, I would have just like cried.
I did inside. I did deep down.
I'm trying right now to convince Tanner Saunders to start J.K. Dobbins next week in fantasy.
Dude, I think he's going to have another good game.
I'm trying so hard right now. That was my second priority.
He's going to have another. Me and
Other
Tanner
than
actually
picking
made
the
it. Wait, who was it? Me and Tanner? Yeah, me and Tanner made a trade.
Yeah. You got Marvin Harrison,
Just
and
now?
then he got Aaron Jones and Amari Cooper. That was a good trade.
Is that a win?
I don't know.
But like,
I mean, you're giving.
but for it being week 2 of the season, not even week 2, in bearing on ADP, Cooper and Jones were like 5th and 6th round picks, and I got Harrison, who's getting taken in some drafts at the top of the 2nd round.
Yeah, I mean, you took Amari Cooper 5th, Aaron Jones 6th round, and Tanner took Marvin Harrison 2nd. But Tanner really needed a running back.
Yeah, but I gave him Aaron Jones, who's going to never have a good week again. When the wheels fall off, you don't put them back on.
I robbed Emma today.
Yeah, well, yeah. What was that
Wait,
trade?
did you
Everyone's
do-
been trading. Everyone's been
Yeah,
trading.
Yo,
it's fun.
after everyone's first week, it's just,
Actually fun.
the whole
Me and Spike
transaction
just
I've
kinda
never
went crazy.
seen so many
It's
trades
just
happen.
insane.
I traded away Christian Watson and Joel McLaughlin for Michael Pittman.
I don't.
I don't know
think
how I
that's-
pulled it off. And Emma right away, Spike told her, "Oh, Joel McLaughlin's not that good," because she had to think of somebody who to cut. So she cut McLaughlin.
Oh my god.
So I really just did Christian Watson for Michael Pittman. What an upgrade. What an upgrade. I don't know what I'm going to do now. I don't know to celebrate my second championship in this league and take all the money and run, or what to do now. I don't know what to do. I mean, Spike and Frank have been trading.
Yeah, our trades were. I gave him Diggs and Jacoby Myers, and I got Jalen Waddle and Rashid Shaheed. Noah Fant for Njoku.
Are you serious?
That was one of the trades that we did.
Yep.
And then he wanted Miles Sanders, and then I raced him to get Miles Sanders, so now I have Miles Sanders.
He does have Miles Sanders. Emma just texted me. I have 2 of my wide receivers to begin with, Dan. So you took another wide receiver. So you took wide receiver for wide receiver and said, that makes sense. Ta-da. Magic. Magic. Chris, you might want to turn me down.
Magic Dan.
I just might have broke some people's
I mean,
eardrum.
Probably.
my thing with this team, my running backs, so my team on paper in this fantasy league should win. Like it should win the league. Mind you, this is not me trying to boast my team, but if you saw this team in a 10-man league from day one, Joe Burrow, Jahmyr Gibbs, Kyron Williams, Drake London, Cooper Kupp, Dallas Goedert, Marvin Harrison, Calvin Ridley, Bates, the kicker for Detroit, Chiefs defense.
A year or two ago, I'm shaking.
Yeah, I would think 2 or 3 years ago.
2 or 3 years ago, half these players weren't even in the league.
Well, if
That's
you
why I
have
said.
like
That's why I said a year or two
last
ago.
year,
Wait.
you got like
Williams
Cooper Kupp 3
and
years
Gibbs
ago
were
was-
rookies
oh,
last year.
Yeah.
London just got in the league 2 years prior.
Yeah, a year or two ago, I would be shaking.
Harrison was catching balls in college, literally not even 6 months ago.
Yeah, but he only caught one.
Can I do
They
anything
what,
for
one
Kyron
catch?
Oh,
Williams?
I
Sunday?
have Nick Chubb on the bench too.
Evan,
That's
can
crazy.
I do?
That's interesting.
Along with Hawkinson.
Can I do anything for either
Live trade.
Hawkinson or Kyron Williams?
What do you want
doing
for
a trade
what do you want
over
for
here right
Hawkinson?
now?
What do you want for Hawkinson?
Jeez.
It's got to be at least a flex viable player.
Yeah.
Flex viable player, but he's out for at least like 3 more weeks, and I think he's going to be out till like week 7. Jalen Warren.
Can I sneak in and steal TJ Hawkins from Dan?
No.
Wait, Dan, who would you give me for Hawkinson? Let's do a live trade. Why not? Let's get freaky. Let's get freaky.
Jalen Warren.
Let's get freaky.
Jalen Warren, baby.
Hey, it's hump day for a reason. Let's go.
Jalen Warren, baby.
What?
Jalen Warren.
For Hawkinson?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not really intriguing.
Well, here's this.
What if I packaged?
What if I can
What
give
if
you
you
a pack?
packaged what?
Let me sneak in here. I want to sneak in on this.
Yeah,
Evan,
I mean,
I can throw it
I'll
over.
even ship off Nick Chubb.
Don't say that, but I'll do it right now. I'll do it.
But Nick Chubb, like, mind you, coming back, I'm valuing him at the player, not what he is, but a little less. Like, RB2. I value him at high end RB2.
I've got Miles Sanders and David Njoku
Is that what you're
for
proposing?
TJ Hawkinson.
Hey, speaking of Njoku, that's not what we're gonna do.
Off
the board.
right. I mean,
That was great.
what are your needs? What can
Dan,
I help
I'll
you
give
with?
What are your
you
needs?
straight up one for one.
I need
Shakir for Coleman.
any player. I need a receiver, running back, tight end, anyone that can be my flex,
Coleman.
starting flex player.
Get out of here. This man just said Shakir for Coleman.
I need a starting flex player.
I'll name
Look,
these 3
man.
players and you let me know, Evan. Brandon Cooks,
Okay.
Jerry Jeudy,
Okay.
Rashid Shaheed.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
I mean, Brandon Cooks. What's he projected this week?
Not good.
no. 9.4.
How many targets
Like
did he
8.
have? Like
Yeah, but you know those
4?
projections are never like.
Demarcus Robinson.
Dude, what?
Demarcus Robinson.
6 years ago. Let's talk about it.
Demarcus Robinson. He got 7 targets. He didn't do bad.
We're talking about Nick Chubb and TJ Hawkinson.
No, I was just saying I don't want Nick Chubb.
You don't want Nick Chubb?
Nah, I'm cutting off there.
How about Hawkinson?
I want Hawkinson.
I'll package you a player with Hawkinson too. Like a Calvin Ridley.
What?
Yeah. But I need quality players back.
It would only make sense.
Packaging
would only make
Keenan
sense.
Allen with a Hawkins? I want this.
No, Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, Calvin Ridley. No, Chris has
I have
Keenan Allen. I wanted Keenan Allen before this guy says I take 24 to 45 hours.
I was just.
Quite literally said, I'll get back
Calvin
to you
Ridley
in 1
still
to
is
2
the receiver one in that offense, but still.
In business days. Oh, a trade was just made.
Who's
A
Who's
trade
trading?
was made. A trade is not pending.
Spike
What?
Hunter Henry
This is
for
new.
Komet. What is this?
This is probably the worst trade I've ever seen.
What
Okay,
is this?
And it's not even bad. Like, it's rigged on one side and it's rigged on the other.
Can we see these trades? Noah Fant and David Njoku.
Hey, calm down.
Talk about a mid-off.
Calm down.
I just can't believe I hit process on Hunter Henry for Cole Kmet.
Oh, what am I even doing?
That's crazy. I don't know what I'm doing with my life right now.
Dude, I have 3 empty bench slots. Why don't I add players?
Jeez.
Wow. Yeah.
That's a lot of.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of benches.
What do I pick up?
Bench spots. Who's even out there still?
Not that good.
I just feel like, there's not a lot of.
There's
players
some
out
good.
there.
Greg
Pick up
Dortch.
Greg Dortch.
Yeah,
my
pick up
guy.
Dortch.
I mean,
Or
Good.
Perrine, whatever. However you say his name.
Samaje
Kareem.
Perine.
Yeah. Evan.
Samaje
See, Evan
Perine.
Evan knew who I was talking about.
Ooh.
Get Kyle Klush.
Yeah, I don't know
I
what you're
can't
talking
talk.
about there.
I can't talk.
I can't believe you picked up Justice Hill today, though, Harry.
Why not?
I was ticked at you
Oh.
because I was planning to.
Pick up Cordero Patterson.
I've just been sent an interesting trade package from one Alex Miley.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Spike.
One Alex Smiley.
I really thought that was going to be Spike
Oh,
for a minute.
He would like my David Njoku and my Chuba Hubbard
Ooh.
and I will receive Hunter Henry, Zach Moss,
and Chase Brown. No.
Bro,
I wouldn't.
Why does he keep packaging these two together?
Quite literally, every trade Alex has either sent me, Spike, or Frank has included both Zach Moss and Chase Brown. It's like, bud.
like,
Bud. Like, let me talk to you.
All right, LA Knight. Let me talk to you.
Let me talk to you.
Let me see.
Cal, use check.
But I just want Zach Moss. That's all I want. I don't want both. There's no point in both.
I thought you don't like Zach Moss.
Fantasy wise,
Yeah, no.
did pretty good last year. Fantasy wise, I'm not unhappy. So I'm okay with Zach Moss. I don't think we have the greatest relationship in the world.
You don't say.
well,
I don't think he knows me, but I know him.
Oh, you do.
Yeah, I know of him.
I think a lot of people know of him.
Right? I've had my fair share of what are you doing on the Bills, you bum.
All right,
him.
just picked up 3 new players.
I feel like you have a lot of shares of those.
Oh, yeah.
Of
Man,
like-
you want to hear my running backs? If any of these guys if any of the starters get injured, I'm looking like a gold mine. I have Tank Bigsby, Justice Hill, Alexander Madison, and Samaje Perine.
Wow.
That's crazy.
What an elite RB2 room.
No, you are straight up doing what Tanner does.
My RB, no, my RB2 is Kyron Williams.
Yeah, he has Jahmyr Gibbs and Kyron.
No.
It's elite.
I drafted Cooper Kupp in like round 6.
No, you didn't.
Or like round 4 at least. I took him really late.
No.
You took Cooper Kupp that late? He really fell that far?
He took Cooper Kupp on the turn.
Oh.
For 4.
And I have Drake London. London's technically my right receiver 1, but
I would do Olave for Cooper Kupp straight up right now, but
why would I do that?
I don't know. If you wanted to, that's why.
Did we all win our first games?
Nope.
Shut up.
I was just genuinely asking.
Shut your mouth.
No, Studio A is the winners. Studio B is the losers right now. That is quite literally the way to pin it. I know.
I still think we should do a live trade.
It's hard to do a live trade, Harrington.
No.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Chris, who's on your team?
I got Lamar, Saquon, Pacheco, Debo, Chris Godwin, Kittle, Keenan Allen, Tyler Lockett, Young Ho Koo. Got the Chargers defense because I had to drop the Bengals.
You dang son of a...
They were,
beat me in the waiver claim.
Who's your third running back? Who's your third running back?
My third running back? Well, I got a couple. I got Bucky Irving, Dalvin Cook, and Austin Eckler.
All right. Who's your RB2?
RB2 is Pacheco.
Would you trade someone for Pacheco?
It depends what you're trading.
All right.
I mean, it's got to be like an insane player.
I'll give you David Montgomery and Jalen Warren.
I'll do Nick Chubb and Calvin Ridley.
Don't do that.
Say Nick Chubb?
He said Nick Chubb, who's on the pup list.
Is Calvin Ridley even still a number 1 receiver?
Yeah.
Technically, yes.
On the depth chart, though?
Uh-huh.
Technically, yes. Well, not technically on that, but...
I don't know, man.
All right. Drake London, Nick Chubb.
Calvin Ridley is number 1.
I can't do that.
Why not?
I just feel like Pacheco would get more points out of both of them.
All right, how about for Kittle?
For Kittle?
I'll send you Goddard.
Oh,
he's using no.
He's using the no. God, the Phillies, damn it.
I'll send you Goddard and Adonai Mitchell.
Mitchell. My
Mitchell.
God.
Why can't anyone do this with me? I'll take Mike Evans or Baker Mayfield or Godwin.
Oh, trust me. I tried to get Mike Evans yesterday. It did not work well.
Wait, hold on. I have to.
It did not go well. The conversations went very.
Come on,
very
Goddard
small.
for Kittle.
No, but you also said Mitchell.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I want to.
I'll give you Taysom Hill and.
Want to do straight up?
I don't know, man.
I'll give you Taysom Hill and
Kittle is
Keon Coleman.
like. Don't get me wrong. I love Goddard, but Jalen Hurts is also throwing to Brown and Smith.
Yeah,
and now
but he's also
I have one of those.
Yeah, but he's also throwing to whatever running back is in, McCaffrey or Mason, Ayuk, Devo, Jennings. I'm just trying to help out a hometown kid.
Yeah. That's great.
Goddard,
That's
though.
great.
I don't know. God, that's a tough one.
Depot has Evans.
Yeah, no, that's what I was telling you. I talked to him yesterday. I texted him and said, "Hey, what do you want?"
Shush.
I don't know about Kittle.
He said, "I want Devonta Smith. That's it." And I said, "No."
I know what I'm doing.
No, Frank, you don't.
Really?
Wow.
That's
Okay,
That's
this
tough.
guy traded away Ninjoku and then traded back for him.
Sure did.
yeah. What it? Okay.
They,
what is
they
the
just swapped
sense of
again.
that?
They just said,
So
You
the
wanna swap?
exact same players you traded,
Yeah.
you were just like, you know what? Let's trade back.
And he's
Is
like,
he not allowed to
I know
have
what
players
I'm
he
doing.
likes?
But then why did you
Spike-
even trade him in the first place?
Spike trades a lot. I mean, it also.
I've noticed that because he sent me a couple
Yeah.
of trade. I'm just like, oh my god.
Well, it's funny because Spike, for people who do not know, we're talking about our fantasy league that we were all a part of this year, which I am commissioner of. Lovely.
Dan, no one needed. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
You said through it. I'm the commissioner.
I'm the commissioner. I am Roger Goodell of here. But Spike, with his last 2 picks,
This guy stinks. Get him up the stage.
Spike picked Frank Gore, the actual Frank Gore, and then Zach Kuntz.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And then he picked Tyler Conklin in the 5th.
Yeah, but didn't he drop Frank Gore as soon as the draft ended?
He's
could
also
have-
dropped Tyler Conklin now. And that was his 5th round pick. That's crazy. Also, Tanner has made it 50-50 in projections. Why you do this to me, Tanner? Why you do this?
Wait, like the overall projection, like his
Yeah.
overall record?
Yeah. Because he's
He's got a-
playing
So
and
I'm
Kate
50?
Dobbins now.
I'm in 3 fantasy leagues, like that I like pay attention to play in.
Mhm.
Wait, actually, I'm in 4. I'm in 4, and I lost all 4.
Dad.
All
my
4
God.
games. In 3 of them, I didn't even crack 100
I
That's-
went 2 and
I would have
1.
cried.
because, like, well, no, I had players like Marvin Harrison who didn't do anything, Drake London, Joe Burrow,
Yeah, those.
Christian McCaffrey. I had in the league,
Ooh.
Yeah, isn't he out?
and I didn't even get Jordan Mason.
No,
Yep, he might be out for like 8 months.
He could be.
is the Madden curse back?
Uh,
The Madden.
I'd cry.
Yeah.
I literally, you want to know what I said? I'm in the draft. I know I have the first overall pick, and I go, you know what? I'm not an advocate of drafting the actual 101 in leagues, but I go, man, I've been playing fantasy for years. I've been playing fantasy back to 20. I think I started playing fantasy in 2014 is when I started, because my first like big time pickup was OBJ, like week 6.
Like when he was actually good.
Yeah, week 6. And I mean, man, I've been playing fantasy for years. McCaffrey got drafted in 2017. I've never drafted him. I've never had McCaffrey on one of my squads. Never have. And I go, man, you know what? I have the chance to have Christian McCaffrey first of all. I'm like, let's do it. I'm like, I already have CD Lamb in a bunch of leagues. I have Bijan in a bunch of leagues. I have Brees Hall in another league. Like, I don't want to draft these guys. I've had Tyreek Hill before. I'm like, let's do McCaffrey. I've never had him. Week 1 injured. I'm like, this is how they really in. This is how they really in every single year.
No, it's funny. I used to be, I mean, I'm still in the league, but Mike Shope used to be in one of the leagues I was in, and quite literally got the first overall pick 2 years in a row. And this is random, random selection out of a hat. Picked McCaffrey both times. Both times he got hurt.
Third time's the
Third time's the charm. I never believe in Christian McCaffrey. I think he's great if he plays. And I think everybody said that at some point. He's great if he plays, but, if he doesn't play, what's the point? He's not 1-1. And I think everybody just knows that risk, but everybody from last year just went, oh, he's healthy for a whole year. Screw it. He was healthy for once. Let's do it. And now they're feeling the repercussions. Joe Kelly almost felt the repercussions.
Yeah, I felt so bad for him.
Until I put McCaffrey on IR for him because he asked, and then he picked up Jordan Mason to beat Frank.
Just no words from Frank.
Yep. No.
Sorry,
worries.
I'm texting Depot.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god, I was trying to get a trade going on.
Has he made any trades, Depot?
No,
I don't think so.
Depot's a hard trader. I gotta admit,
You made a trade with Depot, didn't he?
No way. Did he say yes to your trade? What did you propose to him?
No, it's not that.
Then what is it, Frank?
No.
Yeah.
Spike
What can it
has
be?
sent me a trade offer.
Oh, jeez.
Oh gosh. What is it?
He wants Njoku, and I get no fan.
Wait, what? Again?
What is with this back and forth?
No. You know what meme you have to play? Once in a lifetime, The Rock and Cena. I have voices in my head. They're loud and clear. Once in a lifetime.
Oh. My gosh.
When you thought once wasn't good, twice wasn't good, 3 times.
That.
I think on that note,
Coming to a theater near you.
Good time to go to break.
The Tank and Spike. Once in a lifetime. Noah Fant, David Njoku coming to a theater near you. The trilogy.
Except it's once in a lifetime. Let's do it 3
Once
times.
in a lifetime. A cinematic event that you cannot miss. 9/12. The trade has been completed.
Why do you
Cinematic history. Once in a lifetime.
Is this just going to be the running joke
Fans.
of the week?
Once in
Just
a
every
lifetime.
week now,
Frank the Tank and
Njoku
Spike the
and
Jets
Fant
fan.
Joku
traded.
fan.
Just keep going. And then at some point, whenever Njoku comes back, the person who has Fant is going to be like, okay, let's do the trade. And the guy with Njoku is going to go, no.
It's,
I'm
fi-
Njoku
it's
now.
fine. I countered, offered. I said he can have an Njoku if he sends me Noah Fant and Damian Pierce.
Now it's just an addition.
Oh, he sent me a counter offer.
Once in a lifetime. Part 4. When you thought the stakes couldn't get higher, Damian Pierce said, watch this.
Let's see.
This is a leak.
Who would have thought Damian Pierce would make such a big appearance?
The year 2024, the 2021 forgotten running back Damian Pierce returns out of nowhere.
Fine. You know what?
Coming to the bottom of a depth chart
Please
near
don't
you.
tell me you're accepting.
If he wants Njoku this bad, then I need more than just Noah Fant. I want Alan Lazard. Send trade.
Oh, he's
Coming to a city
asking
near you.
Alan Lazard.
I'm going to cut him deep with that one.
Part 5, the Week 1 2024
gosh.
Jets legend, Alan
Yeah,
Lazard.
Damian Pierce. Oh my
Okay.
god.
I think with that trade being proposed would be a nice time to go to break since it's almost 3. So we will come back from break and hopefully see what Frank has to say about that trade. You've been listening to The Blitz on 91.3 FM WBNY. We will be back after these quick breaks.
Coming to a city near you.
That too. You are still listening to The Blitz on 91.3 FM WBNY Buffalo, Buffalo's original alternative since 1982, brought to you by the Buffalo State College Student Activity Fee. I am still your host, Chris Giacobello. Still with me in Studio A is the man himself, Double D, Dan Dale.
I really have just learned that IHOP and Lay's chips have a chip. It is
Really?
called Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity. It is basically strawberry topped pancakes with syrup and bacon. I don't know whether to love it or to hate it.
That is interesting, to
It's an
say the
interesting
least,
chip.
honestly.
I know we're a sports show, but I gotta mention food when I can.
All right, but we are missing one, but still in Studio B is Mr. Ethereal himself, the man that is just walking on water every time I see him. And that man would be Franklin the Tanklin.
You know, I got to say, I'm not feeling so ethereal right now. I got some very bad news.
Wait, before you share the bad news, Chris, really walking on water? It's more like sleeping on the couch.
I mean, that too. Sleeping on clouds, I guess you can say.
There you go.
Sorry, I'm a sleepy little boy.
Look, growing boys need their sleep, okay?
Growing boy.
Growing boys need their sleep.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, 5-6, nothing.
This guy Frank is a growing athlete. Okay, he needs all this sleep.
At what? 22, 23? This man's still
Let him
going?
dream, Dan.
22.
Hey, I gave the range. I was right in the range.
We were the same age at one point, so calm down.
I
my.
forget.
Can I get to my break?
Lord.
Can I get to my sad news?
Yeah,
All
get to
right,
your
yeah.
sad news.
Go ahead. What's the news? Wait, hold on. Should we play sad music?
Oh,
though?
play the sad music.
Yes,
Got
yes,
to.
yes.
Hold on.
We always need
Sad
sad music.
instrumental.
What else? What other things can I stall with? Least and most expensive tickets of this week. The least, the Chargers at Carolina are $25.
That's way too expensive.
But if you want to go to New Orleans at Dallas, $2,556.
Well, that's not the cheapest ticket.
Well, it is the most expensive ticket out there.
cheapest of them.
Least is. There you go. There you go.
Now, growing up in the South, even though Florida still isn't considered the South, but we're in the South, there's one part of me that, I've never been able to truly, show my love for.
Uh-huh.
And that's just, there's motocross, NASCAR, IndyCar. I never like F1. Get that European BS out of here.
One's actually fun.
Yeah, whatever. I don't F off. But there's one that always stuck to my little heart, and that was Monster Jam.
What's going on with Monster Jam?
And every Monster Jam, it's a season. Have you guys ever been to a Monster Jam show?
I have
am
not,
not.
but I've always seen I've
it
always
is a
seen it on
spectacle,
on
and they are
TV.
truly athletes, just like NASCAR drivers. The amount of G's that they experience in there, They announced their lineup of trucks that will no longer be competing in Monster Jam, and there's some heavy hitters in here.
Are they like the OG ones?
Well, some
of them
are.
are OGs.
This one breaks my heart. You guys are gonna know this. Blue Thunder. This one hurts. Love Blue Thunder, playing him on the games. The next one that really hurts is Stone Crusher. That one really sucks.
Stone Crusher.
Yeah, and there's a
Why
few
are we playing the sad music?
because it's sad. Shut up. And then there's a couple more here that really hurt. These last two, oh my god! If you're a Monster Jam fan, then you know these two trucks and the fact that they won't be competing anymore in freestyle anymore, racing events. The first one's Mohawk Warrior. I'm devastated. But the second one, when you think of Monster Jam, what's the truck you know of?
Isn't it like it's like that? Dude, I haven't seen this in
No
Gravedigger?
years.
No answer.
I mean,
Gravedigger.
it's got I guess.
The
Is that
purple
like the
and green
green?
truck?
Yeah.
Well,
I was gonna say it had green on
he's
it.
kind of known as the face of Monster Jam, but there's a second face. Maximum Destruction. It was those two were the biggest rivals of Monster Jam in the 2000s and early 2010s.
And they retired.
And their Maximum Destruction is no longer in Monster Jam, and I'm heartbroken.
Oh, wow.
That's my sad bit.
Sad news. In the monster truck world, Dan doesn't know how to.
How dare you disrespect Max Verstappen? Do. Max Verstappen. We love Max Verstappen.
But I just don't care about F1.
But
don't.
how dare
It's
you
so
disrespect
boring.
him?
I didn't disrespect him.
You disrespected his league.
All right.
So get over your stupid little monster trucks
And watch something boring like F1?
and grow up.
To watch what? Dumb Europeans racing on a dumb little track in their dumb little cars?
Not all of them are Europeans, Frank.
Doesn't
There's
matter.
a lot of hostility
95%
here.
of them
You
are.
can't.
F1's dumb.
What is with this?
Norris won a thing. I don't care. No one actually cares.
I know
Oh my God!
it's
They're
fake
turning the
drama.
corner. Here he comes again, turning another corner.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
the
so
same
good.
as
That's
NASCAR.
NASCAR.
It's so good.
Like,
We're basically describing every single driving sport. Oh, here comes the corner turn.
oh my God! He's turning again.
Oh my God, he made it to the outside of the track. He moved into a different lane.
Listen,
Guys.
you could bring 100 Max Verstappens. There will never be one Dale Earnhardt or one
Jeff Gordon.
or one Jimmy
Tony
Johnson.
Stewart.
Same!
Just made Frank's day just by saying that guy's name.
Incredible.
I remember playing NASCAR on the PS2. It was like, God, it was like NASCAR 06, I think, or something like that.
Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson.
Yeah. I always did that M&M car, whoever drove that car.
That was Gordon.
He drove I thought he did
No,
DuPont.
Jeff Gordon was,
Wasn't he DuPont? Or am I tripping?
who was M&M?
Tony Stewart was Home Depot.
Jeff Gordon.
I know that.
No. Who drove the M&M car?
Don't look at me, Chris. Don't look at me.
I thought you've seen.
Don't give me a general consensus.
Okay.
Oh,
you can always chime
we
in
do
on who
need to
you
talk
think.
about one thing that we haven't talked about yet. The
All right.
actual
Kyle Busch.
sad news.
I was right.
The actual sad news.
All right. Sad news.
9/11.
Yep.
Oh.
Sad day.
Yeah.
Very sad day. Never forget. Remember the lives. Don't forget the people. Don't forget what happened. We are Americans. We are amazing.
NASCAR, baby. That's
Oh,
right. We're
yeah.
damn Americans.
Okay.
Get
And we're
that
back.
F1 out of this. I want left turns on left turns on left turns.
I've never, you know what? This promotes discussion. I've never understood how people can watch a car go
NASCAR?
in. I can't imagine how you watch like a car just drive around in an oval for like 500 laps.
That's what I'm saying. I never.
Have you ever been to one of the races?
No.
All right,
never.
then.
I've been to
Have
some
you?
here.
I
Have you
have been to the Daytona 500.
Look at that.
It is incredible. You rent a camper. Then
You
you're
actually
able to
rented a camper?
Yeah.
But
Like
don't
our-
they have like the general like where you sit in the stands? Or because isn't that like in the middle? Or am I like where they have all those
you can
RVs
also,
and
you,
stuff?
You can also do it outside
oh,
of the
I didn't know that.
yeah
That
of the
I did not
raceway.
know. Okay.
So yeah, but you
So
have to
you're educating me.
you
my
have
guy.
to pay. You have to pay like a lot of
Oh,
money,
that's-
and you have to get there really early to be able to get a spot in the middle lawn. But no, you just tailgate outside, and then we would just go in and watch the race. And you're also in Daytona.
I mean, yeah.
You just go to the boardwalk. It's beautiful. Can you stop?
Still don't understand. I mean, really, it's more like it's more likely for me to see people just get drunk and make a giant beer sink. It's like an XFL game, but it's just cars driving around in a circle.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't.
I can't sit there and watch it.
I couldn't think to myself to be like, oh wow, there's a NASCAR event going on this weekend. Let me buy tickets and just watch. I don't know. I couldn't bring myself to get tickets for that.
I've gone to the speedways around here. I mean, they're fun. I got to be in a pace car once. Very fun.
Oh, that's sick.
That is a great time. That is like the main thing. Everything else I didn't really get. This may sound bad. And probably it is. For some odd reason. And this is just dark thoughts getting through.
Oh gosh.
I wanted to see him crash. Like,
Yep. That's awful. That's an awful thing
that's
to
an awful thing to like say, but it's like
Watching that,
Come on.
like, yeah, that's wild. Now, what I would say would be interesting to watch in the racing world would definitely be horse racing.
I
mean,
Well,
like,
yeah.
what?
I love
I don't
horse
know.
racing
I
now.
just
Like-
hate how short it is.
Yeah, that's probably like the only downside.
Like, I think if they made like equestrian, the Olympic sport, like more like horse racing,
Can we bring jousting back?
can we bring back polo?
No.
I thought that was
No,
Did we get
not
rid of
water
that?
polo. Well, I mean, polo's around.
yeah,
But you don't
But it's
see
not
it
really.
that much.
Yeah, that's like
It's
a rich
quite
man's
literally the horse noise.
that's a rich man sport. Just
That's
to say
a
the
rich
least.
man
Just to say the
sport.
least. Yeah, because don't you need a whole horse to play that
Yeah,
sport?
you
Or
need
am
a
I
horse.
You
tripping?
need a
You
whole,
need a whole- not a half
You know,
horse.
you
Not a
can't
half
do it
horse, but a
with
whole
just,
horse. You see,
cut two of the
because
legs
like,
off. Oh, we're fine. We're good. He can still do it.
look, it's different dialect. We all have different dialect.
That is true, but
I was gonna say
You gotta make
something
sure it's a full
after
horse.
whole, but like I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. but that's for another time.
Yeah, that's for another
That's
time.
another time.
That's a frank question. Can I say something?
Can I say
on
something
air?
over the air that the FCC will not just
don't know.
break down my door?
Then there's just like 30 minutes of me searching up if you can or cannot say the word.
Female dog.
No.
Yeah, you can't.
Can't
I
say
don't
that
think
one?
You can't.
You can say female dog.
I just did.
You can't say. Oh, I see what you did.
You can
there.
say those two words, but you can't say the one word that equivalates to the two words.
I can't say the synonym.
Man brought out the thesaurus for that word.
Look, I know this makes you upset, Frank, but it's okay. We'll get through it together.
It's okay.
We'll get through it together,
making
buddy.
It sounds like he says it all the time.
I don't, by the way. Just
Frank
want to put
does
that out.
not. He does not. I will vouch for that.
He
does
says
not.
it in his head.
I don't really. That's really not a word that I say.
I don't. Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about that word in general.
I
I'm just
say
talking
worse
about
things.
yeah. I'm just talking about
worse things.
profanity words in general. You
I
know?
like how we got here to profanity.
But
words.
back to sport.
Back to sport. Driving in a circle. Woohoo!
That's what we were talking about. God, what's something we haven't talked about?
The
there's the
NHL
game
is starting this month.
this month.
Yeah, 27 days away.
Preseason, right? Isn't preseason this
Prospects
month?
Challenge.
Yeah, we got a few preseason games soon. In like what, 2 weeks?
2 to 3, yeah.
Are we?
So I get to see the Sabres either
Are we gonna go see
surprise
Lindy
me
Ruff,
or-
guys?
or completely destroy my feelings again. What about Lindy Ruff, our
We have
Lord
to
and
go.
Savior?
We're gonna go see Lindy Ruff again, like the good old days.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to 12th. I don't know who wants to go. Who else wants to go to that?
Wait, the 12th of
that's-
when?
October.
Yeah, Panthers game.
What day? Is that a Wednesday?
Tuesday?
Thursday? Tuesday?
No, Saturday.
The 12th is a Saturday.
Saturday.
I will probably most likely be working.
I'll be working.
No, I'm upset.
That is
Not
very
upset to be
disappointing.
winning.
Wait, what time on Saturday?
7.
That's like 7? I get out at 6.
Wait, hold on.
I get out at 6?
Mm-hmm. That's not fair, man.
That's not fair.
The UB Bulls game on October 12th is TBD.
Is it? Oh, TBD. That's never fun.
There's also. there's also
Could be
a
at
Florida
12th.
Panthers game the 28th of October. Like they play the 12th and the 28th.
Yeah.
The 28th of October? What's the 28th? Monday? I can do Monday.
I mean, I'm
do
doing
that.
both, but
Right.
You
It's
know.
just which one.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that Saturday, but
Should we just do a live Blitz show from KeyBank?
from KeyBank.
how are we gonna do that?
They have setups. They have a setup there.
My brother.
We can go on GR.
I'm sure they'd
Can't
let us
go
do
on
that.
GR. No way.
I mean, we have friends at KeyBank now. If you don't know, Suicide Boys. If you
don't
want
know.
tickets, go on WBNY social or our website at WBNY.org or Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or wherever Emma posted it.
Wherever you get your social
Wherever
media.
you get your social media. Fill out the link, which leads you to a form, and then fill it out. And then we have a drawing later today, 7 o'clock, for our first pair of tickets. So
it's today
it's today
saying?
for one wheel spin.
It's
Oh,
one
it's only
wheel
one.
spin.
One wheel spin.
And so when's the other one?
Next
Do we
one.
know?
Next week Wednesday
Next
and
week
the week after.
Okay, so it's every Wednesday.
So yeah, every
Bet.
Wednesday at 7, we're giving away at least 2 tickets. This week, 2 tickets. Next 2 weeks, 4 tickets.
Okay.
Of course, 1 pair, 2 pair, 2 pair.
Yeah.
So you get a pair. You get to bring a friend. How fun, right?
To go see the Suicide Boys. Denzel Curry. Who else?
Frank, I was not ready for that promotion.
Never change, Frank.
First off, Suicide Boys. I would say among our generation, really great duo. So if you haven't seen them, go see them live. And Denzel Curry, who's probably the most underrated hip hop artist right now, has been rocking since like 2016, put it banger after banger after banger. I suggest you enter. What's the website again?
And it's free.
Yeah, it's free.
WBNY.org.
Absolutely free. WBNY.org or go to our socials,
I don't
WBNY
think it's
91.3.
absolutely free.
It's just to find the link.
WBN. I don't think you put that in the hyperlink. Just want to let the people
No,
know.
you can. You can search up
It's
absolutely
WBNY.org
free.
and it comes up.
It's absolutely free.
Yeah.
To sign up?
Yeah,
No,
it's
sign
no,
free
no,
to
no.
sign
I'm
up,
saying
free to
like
win.
while you're typing in The search bar.
I don't think our listeners are that dumb where they're going to put absolutely free in the search bar and be like, WBNY dot.
This is great.
Chris.
I've never experienced this.
That is, see, you know how nice the power
I've never
feels?
experienced this. Is this what it feels like to have power?
Oh, you muted me. I thought it was the headphones.
This man thought he's been on the whole time.
No, I just muted you, King.
All right.
But I love you
The
still.
headphones keep
Don't
going
worry.
out, so I'm just like, oh.
Am I there? Dang.
Look, you may never know.
But yeah, sign up to go see Suicide Boys and Denzel Curry and others at the KeyBank Center. It's going to be a great show. Sure hope I'm able to go.
I know. We have to do the raffle for ourselves. I know.
I would like that a lot. I really like Denzel Curry and the Suicide Boys.
I can tell, Frank. I can tell.
I have no idea who else is on the show, but
That's all you need to see.
it is.
Hmm?
It is, honestly.
No,
Anyway,
and it actually is a partner sponsored giveaway by KeyBank. So we appreciate you, KeyBank. We never
Shout
thought
out
we would
KeyBank.
have the chance. Never would have thought.
KeyBank Center, let's do some promotions for the Sabres, all right? Let's start working towards that.
I gotta be on their social media now. Gotta be like yelling about Lindy Ruff and how good he is. Because my whole last 2-year persona.
Yeah, we have to scrub everything off of it.
Yeah, we have to scrub everything from Don Granado out.
Be like, hey, just don't worry what this guy said previously. We're big
Like
fans.
2
We're
years
big
ago.
fans, yeah.
I love the Sabres, just not Don Granado. As everybody knows.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
we know, Dan.
Well, yeah.
We know.
But also, you said you're excited to see if the team is going to give you hope or not.
I am.
I remember very clearly that when Lindy Ruff was announced,
That is true. I
You
did
were-
say I do
you were
have hope.
full of hope.
Yeah.
You were like,
I have hope. I have hope in the coaching. That is the only part I have hope in.
But not the players?
not.
No,
Yet?
Not yet.
Hmm.
Gotta see him play.
Do you have faith in me, Dan? Alex Tuck?
I don't think so.
Rip.
I didn't know you were going for the Alex Tuck play there.
I mean, you guys
It's an ongoing joke. I
It
can't
is.
let it die
It is.
out.
You can't. You never can.
I mean, you get Ryan McLeod, who had a decent little, Stanley Cup playoffs and a decent little stint in the Stanley Cup final before the Florida Panthers took them out in Game 7. But is this the year? I know we still have more time to talk about it, but just like a little preview right now.
Trust me, I was wishing last night when the presidential debate was going on that one of the questions would be,
Lord.
will the Sabres make the playoffs or not? That is a full-on discussion that needs to be had by the leaders of this nation.
I think there's a pretty simple answer. No.
Why can't the Sabres be good like they used to?
Because we don't have the black and
Dan.
reds as full-time.
Just make the full switch. I don't know why they don't go back to it. I feel like that's so much
What do you
better.
mean? You guys didn't have the black and reds when you had Miller, Pominville, Vanek,
well, that means we need the slug.
La Fontaine was still in the blue and yellow, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Joe Cowie's still been going for the slug route.
Yeah, I know he has, and it makes no sense.
Mm.
I mean, it makes no sense in your mind, Frank.
His obsession with it still boggles my mind.
Hey, I got no problem with it. I love the slug.
I have every problem with it.
I know you do.
Every single problem.
But then your Florida Panthers play, your Stanley Cup Florida Panthers play.
Did you ever like that? Before the Panthers, real quick. Did you ever like that, Dan? That the Sabres jersey where it had it literally said Buffalo across.
No,
it?
it's awful.
No,
Are you kidding me?
that was one of the
I
worst
remember that
jerseys
one. I was
ever.
like, why?
Nobody understood.
And they have
why.
the weird making it look like it's flying, so they have
Yeah.
little things coming off. No, it's awful.
Okay, I just wanted your opinion on that, but Panther talk.
Want to talk about our
Well,
jerseys? Oh my god, they're great.
Can we talk about the Stanley Cup winners?
We sure absolutely can. Dan, you brought up my team. Why'd you bring up the Florida Panthers?
because I thought you would like to.
Yeah, didn't
talk
you want
about
to?
it.
That's your team guy.
Yeah, because I'm
No,
nice.
whoa. Absolutely. I just didn't know like what you were like, bridging me upon to do. Florida Panthers Stanley Cup champions. Now we're the defending champs. We're here to bring back title, honor to the Stanley Cup that was previously lost to Vegas. We win it back. We restore honor. We'd like to uphold that. How do you uphold that? Letting some key members of our defense go. But
I was just about to ask that question, but continue.
But
we have a very solid.
I don't
are you
know
being
what's going on
distracted
over
by
there.
Spike?
No, the headphones
They
keep
just
cutting
keep
in and out.
going
It's
in.
awful.
Do you want me to bring you back?
You want
a
new
pair of
one? I got one.
No. I also have these ones. I was just lazy.
Well, that's a you problem. then.
Yeah. But anyway, if you look, there's a report. I don't know if I bookmarked it or liked it on X, but it came from Pro Hockey. Not Money Puck. What's the other one that actually delves deep into statistics?
Oh, jeez.
It's not Money Puck. It's the other one that is actually used.
I'm forgetting. Oh no.
Well, anyway, they had a list of, defensively for preseason, how each team has ranked and how well they did and where they stand and how much money. So each team was given a grade about how much money they spent and how good their defense is now. You want to know where the Florida Panthers sat?
Where?
Second behind the Kraken. The Kraken spent 13 point something. The Panthers, with 1.3 million, got an A+ on second place for preseason defenses.
Huh.
Nice.
Bill Zito just absolutely keeps cooking.
I think you just cheated the system.
How do we cheat the system?
You.
Sorry that we have a GM that actually knows how to do things.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's how.
Oh,
you
that's
cheated.
how we cheated. We have a competent GM.
You actually have a GM. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that's how you have to cheat in the NHOs. Not have a dumb idiot at the helm of the team.
This is not helping us getting a keeping center for the Sabres.
No, but now you guys have.
Yeah.
Well,
we don't have anybody for that position yet.
There's Kevin Adams. Just
do you consider him GM?
Do you consider him GM?
Oh, you know how I feel about that. No.
Yeah, this key bank thing isn't going to work very well.
Oh, man.
No, because we have to be critical of the team. It's been 13 lousy years. Get it together. Man. And honestly, I hope it works well. But as of right now, I'm about 60-40 on that the Lindy Ruff hiring is still just a whole publicity thing. And it's to bring in tickets. I really don't believe that you're going to see a much different team and outcome on the ice. That's what I believe so far. We haven't got to preseason. Maybe once preseason happens, we'll kind of see what they...
And that's in 10 days.
Yeah.
I can't...
Ooh.
I looked it up to see when they start, and the first games are the 21st, and one of them's the Sabres versus Penguins.
Yeah. Preseason doesn't really matter. I know the Panthers had a little... Yeah, but... we had a little, not poo-poo preseason last season, but it's just it's preseason. We're not going hard. This is the time not to go hard. When the regular season starts, I want your body on the line.
I need you
from day one.
Yes.
I want you to catch a puck with your teeth. No mouth guard.
Absolutely
required.
Put your mouth where the puck is. That's what every coach is now teaching their players.
Yeah. But what do you need, Dan? What did you were going to say something?
I've completely forgotten.
Oh my God.
Boy. I think that, wow. I really just blanked.
Lord.
Brain fart.
I hate your GM, Frank.
Well, I love yours.
Because
he's helped me a lot.
He took Sam Reinhart away.
I mean, sorry. It's your fault.
No, it's your fault for paying him money.
You're right. My bad. Sorry for seeing the value in him.
Pay him in hot dogs.
Pay him in hot dogs?
We have a hot dog of the day now.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's the only thing I really am excited for again this year. I'm like,
for hot dog
hot dogs! Let's go. Did you see? Food talk again. Love food talk. The Bills have like their own like boat thing now. It's like the nacho boat thing, I think, and they're doing like a special one for each team when they're home. I'm like, we have a contender versus hot dog of the day. What an amazing sight to see.
We love it.
See, I don't see your team having hot dog of the day, Frank.
I don't see your team holding the Stanley Cup.
Oof. Those are some fighting words.
It doesn't even have to be.
I have a Ryan Miller.
It doesn't even have to be holding the Stanley Cup.
It could just be
playoffs.
Like, touching.
Just
yeah.
where? Where?
13 years ago.
What do you mean we have Ryan? Sure, we also have Roberto Luongo. We also now have Sergei Bobrovsky. Congrats.
Bum.
I have a Dustin Tokarski.
Pavel Bure. Like, I don't know what you want me to do here.
Crazy question. Do you still have Corked Up White Boy or no?
Payne Krebs is still on there.
We don't know. we haven't paid him yet, but
I know.
He's not gone, but he's not here.
I know that was your guy when we went to the game.
Yes, he is my Corked Up White Boy. My favorite white boy, Payne Krebs. Love that guy. I don't know what we're doing with him. It's like you said, 10 days from preseason. Nothing. Nothing. Like, do we just not like him anymore? Like,
did they ever like him to begin with?
I don't. Well, we traded for him, so we better have liked him at some point.
Yeah, but this is Lindy's team now.
Well, he didn't like Jeff Skinner, and we see how that went.
Yeah, you got Ryan McLeod. Not bad. It's honestly not a bad trade.
It's a horrible trade.
No, it's not that bad.
It's horrible. No, I don't know what they're doing with Payne Krebs. I feel he's gotten married. He has a kid now, but he can't be signed by the Buffalo Sabres. What are we doing? We can't wave enough cash in his face like a wad, throw it down on the table, and be like, take it.
Yeah, congrats. Here's this $1.3 million a year contract for 2 years.
Like, everybody is...
Take it, Peyton.
It's like Payton was here when they announced Lindy Ruff. Like, I would have expected that he would have been signed by now. No. And then we're supposed to trade him to Philadelphia at some point. Don't know when that's happening. Still don't know when that's happening. I don't know. It was for some prospect and like a draft pick.
Well, how do you feel about the Matthew Savoy trade?
You had to let go of one of them at some point.
But
I mean,
was it?
I've been praying for it for like the past 2 years of like, hey, we have prospects. Get rid of them, please. If Savoy turns out great, well, shoot. Dang it. Another Sabre.
That's another one.
That's another one to the list. Who will make the playoffs probably this year. If he's going to make the starting team.
Yeah, where'd he get shipped off to?
Edmonton.
Rip.
Yeah, he was the Ryan McLeod trade.
Oh, he was.
He was the Ryan McLeod trade.
Oh. You guys are screwed.
I don't know.
He's absolutely making the team, and he's absolutely making the play. All right.
Right? I don't know anymore. It's hard to be... Love Wendy. I want the Sabertooth's Playhouse back. I want everything I had when I was a kid. Just bring it back. That's what you need to do. If we're going for this nostalgia feel, let's just ride into it.
So are we going to bring back Ryan Miller from retirement?
Why not? Does his knee still work? Maybe. Still yet to be determined.
We're going to call back everyone from the early 2000s.
I don't think we want everybody. Everybody's
but the good.
Everybody's a strong word.
The good
Chris.
ones. How about that?
Yeah,
The
just,
good
just
ones.
The people who did well. That's better. That's better. I'm happy for Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. He's getting cheered all over the world. I mean, they did stuff in, I think, Croatia a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I saw a video, and they they were cheering Ukko Pekka Luukkonen and doing his song, and I'm like, that's all that matters to me.
In Croatia, you said?
It was some European country.
Trying to find it.
It was some European country. Don't know where. Don't remember where. But it's somewhere in that continent.
It's something else that's a little bit of a big deal in the NHL. Finally, the man who went, full Casper, full Ghost in the Stanley Cup final, Leon Draisaitl, signs that contract for an 8-year deal, an annual value of $14 million. Overpay! Woo! That's what Edmonton deserves, baby.
Frank, you also did open up yourself a can now for this whole show.
Why?
I forgot about the AHL. If there's enough name changes, you know what's coming.
No.
Yep. You just opened a can of guess the affiliate. If there's enough name change. Well, you don't remember anyway. None of you remember anyway.
Sure don't.
I know.
You know the Shrek one.
I know as long as you say king, I know where it is.
I know where it is.
Oh my gosh.
Or no, if you say swamp, I know it's the Kings.
Yeah, there you go.
Swamp.
I really hope they change their name.
I know exactly what you're planning to do here. No!
I could probably use the wheel for that now.
No, can you start torturing the other people?
No.
Yeah, why is that?
Start torturing the new guys.
I've done torturing to them. Have I not?
Emma's only done the MLB one.
Fair.
The minor league affiliate.
Yeah.
Alex hasn't and Spike hasn't. They haven't done an affiliate game.
Oh, but I like making you guys suffer.
Why?
Because you're my best of friends.
No!
Oh my god. I love to watch you suffer.
You guys are
so great.
We're all just really good best friends. I want to watch you absolutely suffer from the inside out.
But you're still my best friend. But I just want to watch you suffer.
I just want to watch you lose your absolute mind. Oh,
I want to.
Thanks, Dan.
I want to see you get sent to a mental asylum, but you're still my best friend. We love you, Dan.
Maybe I'll just have to do it to them once in a while. Maybe I'll make an appearance if I have time. The only problem is that their show is during a time that I cannot be there. I have a class from 1:40 to 3:30. And you guys know, 30 minutes is not much time.
Not at all. Not enough time for an
Not enough
game.
time for pain. Pain needs to be at least an hour.
It's long lasting.
Exactly. So, maybe one day, I know I have one day coming up, a Thursday that I don't have class, that 1:30 to 3:30. Maybe I do make them suffer that day. What day is that? The 17th? Is that a Thursday? No, that's a Tuesday.
So the 19th.
I forget what day it is. I think it's the 17th that I'm off. I'll have to make sure with my teacher, but who knows? Maybe I will make them suffer. Maybe you guys are right. Maybe you guys have gotten too much pain. Or I do it to both of you. Both shows. Double suffering.
That's
just rude.
Gosh, Dan, what is with all, my man will...
Oh, come on. You guys missed out on the best games, though. You missed out on the Dan and Tan wars. Game wars. You
I experienced one or two.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. No, you guys get lucky with me. If you would have had to deal with me and Tanner, you're both screwed. Everybody's screwed. I mean, I even got screwed by Tanner a couple of times in those games. Oh.
I was fortunate enough to at least experience one, and I
wish I was here for the Dan and Tanner shows.
The Tan and Dan shows. Oh, how I love them. Still, since this is the last year, I have talked to Tanner and Joseph Kelly. Might be one day that we get the old crew back together.
The old gang.
The old four of us have one more final reunion show before we head off into the sunset.
Into this cruel, cruel world.
Oh, I'm already in the cruel world, Chris. Come on. I support the Buffalo Sabres. Come on. But let's just get that out of the way.
You don't have to.
This guy said you don't have to.
I don't want to support the Rangers. That's Spike's team.
Come to the dark side.
I'm not going. I'm not from Florida.
Okay.
It has to be somewhere close.
Don't say the team that's also close.
I'll watch the Panthers just for you, Frank.
Thank you. I love you. Also,
I gotta watch the Sabres.
You know
too.
Paul Maurice, so it's fine.
Yeah.
You get his pass.
I got his autograph.
He does.
Just to tell you again.
See, that's fair.
Dad, there's a team that's.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to the Flyers. Sorry.
That's not the team.
I don't even watch them.
I know that's probably not the team.
I don't
There's
even
a
watch
team
them.
2 hours away from here. Right across the Peace Bridge.
Oh, no, I'm not going to Toronto.
Thank God I would kill you.
No, I'm never touching Canada with a foot.
I would end your life.
Trust me, I've had enough of Ottawa, Montreal, and Toronto on their little big pieces of land.
What's wrong with Canada, eh?
Let's see. If the Sabres don't... What's wrong with Canada?
No, you opened yourself to a worm of that. Can of worms there, Chris. Jeez.
Penny for
Frank
your
could
thoughts.
go on all day.
Penny for your thoughts.
What's wrong with Canada? I don't even have to bullet point it. Point everything. There. It's Canada.
The only thing that's nice is that some Canadians listen to our show.
Shout out to those
Point that in
Canadians.
point two. But no, if the Sabres don't make it, I think we have to start realistically looking at a new team for you, Daniel.
That's going to be hard, too. That's going to be hard.
Perhaps the former home of now Stanley Cup champion Kyle Okposo, the New York Islanders?
Oh, God, no.
All right.
Oh, God,
Just
no.
thinking of things. Or maybe, what if we just leave the East Coast and we go West Coast? And start looking on that side. I mean, what's stopping you from becoming a Dallas Stars
I've
fan?
always said my second team that I've supported throughout my hockey-loving career.
That's Vancouver.
No.
Carolina.
Minnesota.
I would
Be a Wild fan. That'd be sick.
I go Wild for the Wild.
Oh, I forgot Utah.
Utah.
I forgot they were like...
Also, I hate to say this. I can't believe I'm about to say this.
Oh, God.
The name sucks. The name and logo sucks.
Yep.
I don't hate the jersey.
No, jersey looks clean.
The jersey looks really clean.
Jersey looks clean.
The black and white.
With the Utah going across on the diagonal, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did.
No, even the blue and the black work really well together. It's like a powder blue almost.
Like, I'm tempted to get one for the inaugural season just to have a Utah Hockey Club jersey. But first off, that'd be sick. But also, did you look them up?
The jersey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll look it up right now.
You have to look up like the reveal video because it looks way better than it does in like pictures and drawings and stuff.
I do wonder if any Arizona Coyotes fan is going to not destroy, but change the logo and the colors of the jersey to the Utah colors.
They wouldn't do that.
All right, I'm watching this video.
They have some pretty passionate fans over there in New
Oh,
York.
I know they do, but I mean, I would buy that Arizona Coyotes jersey in Utah colors. I don't know. I would like to see how that works. I would.
Because Arizona has some amazing jerseys. Except that dumb little A one that they do. I hate that logo and I hate that jersey.
I thought you hated the Howling Coyote one.
Yeah, the A, but that is the Howling wolf head.
No.
I hate that jersey.
And I love that jersey.
And I love the jersey that you hate.
Yep.
Which I think is like 95% loved. So I think honestly you're just in the wrong for that one. But opinions.
It is, yeah. At the end of the day.
No, but the one that I would like to see is where it said Arizona and it like kind of curved a little and it had like the cool designs on the side. I would like to see that in the black, blue, and white. But what do you think?
The jersey looked pretty nice.
It's nice.
Pretty clean. Like you said, the whole Utah letters going across.
And it's no different than what the Rangers do.
Yeah.
No different than what Pittsburgh did. So I don't know why we're clowning on Utah for it.
I know Rangers is literally like
It's
Rangers across
Pittsburgh. For a while there, they had Lemieux playing in just Pittsburgh.
Yeah. I don't know where this hate is coming from.
It's because it's the Utah Hockey Club.
That's because it's a brand new hockey.
I mean, they do deserve the hate.
Partially. I mean, really, it's the whole Coyotes owner's fault.
But I'm really...
So we just hate the owner, not the team.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm really liking the jersey.
And look, they're not going to be playing in a college stadium anymore, so...
You're right. They'll be playing in a stadium that holds maybe 2,000 more.
No, I think it goes up to 40. 40 or 50.
What?
Yeah.
I thought it was like capped to like 15.
No.
I don't know. I need
to look that up. Here's the real question, though.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think that they're going to see the same success that Vegas did when they first got into the league?
No.
Ooh, probably not.
Vegas is just different.
Yeah, they got good players. I mean, who wouldn't
Yeah,
want
they did get
Marc-Andre
Fleury. Yeah, right off
that.
rip.
And
then, yeah. Who's even on this Utah team? Like, are there, like, any, like...
Not really. Because it
well-known-ish?
It was pretty much just the Coyotes.
Oh, so it's just the same exact team?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's everything from the Coyotes franchise just moved to Utah except the name and the location.
Okay.
Yeah, and the reason that this is a little bit different than like Vegas or Seattle is that because one team didn't fold.
And they didn't get an expansion draft. They didn't really
so that's why
okay.
They just moved.
It's legit just everyone packed up and left and went to Utah. There wasn't like where Vegas was able to go get Marc-Andre Fleury
and like all
Mark
those
just saw and be like Mark Stone and be like, all right, we have our team now, and then go to the Stanley Cup final their first year.
So you guys are educating me. I love it.
Or Seattle after failing in their first season going to they didn't go conference finals their second year, right? They went second round, third round? I know Seattle made it pretty deep in their second or third year. So, but no, Utah, my bad.
And also the where Utah's going to be playing only holds up to 20,000 for concerts.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. So
that's better than the like 5 that they were doing in Arizona, but
that's also 20,000 for concerts. That includes the seating that they do for the additional seats on the ground.
Yeah, they're saying 16,200 for ice hockey.
Yeah, but what did I say? 15.
Yeah, I mean,
and indoor football.
Indoor football.
They have indoor football at the Delta Center.
It is Utah. What else are you gonna do?
Not gamble, not drink.
That is true.
I don't know what else you do.
Yeah, what?
If you're from Utah, call in
Please
and tell
let
us what
know.
you do. Because we don't know
what there is to do in Utah.
Or if you're
please.
also from Arizona, tell us how you feel about the Coyotes leaving you. I know you've had some time to even process this, heartbreaking move.
Yeah.
Los Coyotes.
Ill. No. That's just wrong.
Sorry. I wanted to be funny for a second. I know I'm not, but...
No, you're adorable is what you are.
This guy.
I have also found out there's an MLB prospect I know, switching gears here, but the Pittsburgh Pirates have a prospect named Iverson Allen.
No way. Like first name Iverson, last name Allen?
Correct.
Last name ever. First name greatest. Like a sprained ankle point. You had nothing to play with. Sorry. So it definitely meant Iverson Allen, he was definitely named after Allen Iverson.
Oh, 100%.
He definitely, because when it goes on his driver's license or something like that, and when they do last name, first name, it's going to be Allen Iverson. And then the guy's like, oh my God, it's Allen. Oh, who's this 19-year-old little punk? Backslapped. Put him in jail. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what bit this is.
Okay, well, since Dan brought up baseball and baseball prospect.
Oh, God. There's 3 weeks?
What, 3 weeks left in the MLB
4
season?
weeks left?
Yeah.
Frank.
Yep.
How them Tampa Bay Rays?
How the Rays? I know.
How them
they
Rays?
played some team.
You know what's crazy?
I know they played some
last
team.
night.
Yes, last night. I mean,
Ben clearing brawl.
Let me
whatever.
just the team they did play. I want to say I think they're the best team in Major League Baseball right now, record wise.
Record wise,
team wise too. I mean, they're probably the
team wise. No.
greatest. No. Let me finish. Who these Tampa Bay Rays played last night? What's the Philadelphia Phillies? And they lost 9-4. How do you feel about that?
First off, just want to address best team record wise. Sure, best team overall, absolutely not. Do you think the Philly?
That's the New
On
York
that
Yankees.
note,
I hate the Yankees, and the Yankees are far superior than the Phillies.
Up here, baby.
And I despise the Yankees fully.
Jeez.
For everything in my body, hate with pure hate the Yankees, and they're better than the Phillies.
Hey, you might catch up to the Red Sox.
That's the thing, is that the Rays have been the most absolute mid team. Do you know what history we're making right now?
What?
How to be mid?
Legitimately,
how to be mid.
Yep.
We're on track to hit 500 more than any other team ever has. Like we're so mid that we keep fluctuating. That we just stay here
At 500.
No team. I don't know what the record is, but we're pretty close to teams hitting 500 consistently over the course of a season. The Rays are up there now.
That's tough.
You know, from one season going undefeated at the start of the season to now we're fighting for mid.
Yeah.
Right?
But we're only like 5 or 6 games back from a wild card spot, so the dream isn't technically over.
We'll
not
see
dead.
how it finishes.
It's not dead.
Yeah.
It's over.
We'll see.
It's dead.
But on that note, we are going to have to end just a little early because there is another show I totally forgot about.
Queen City Pop right after us, and then Shot Clock Show tomorrow with pregame for the Bills.
Yeah. So that's been the Blitz on 91.3 FM WBNY. Hope you all enjoyed listening today. We will see you again on Friday.
Go Bills!
Go Bills, go Eagles, go Bucks, go Jags. Spike, go Jets. I don't know if any Bills fans are going to say that, but go Jets. Yeah. All right. Hope you listeners have a good rest of your day.
Go Panthers.
Go Panthers.